just leave this message here for you guys if you just need some focus, and know that, everything is going to be okay. Despite not being able to go anywhere or do like things that we're used to doing, especially this time of year, especially as we progress, as months, keep going, we're going to have a lot of changes. Uh, um, I guess the best way to start this all is basically tell you a little bit about my story. So I've already like work out of my house. My kids are already homeschooled. I'm a single sole parent. I don't have another parent that is involved in our lives. Um, there's no other like babysitter or anything. I can't just drop off my kids somewhere. They are with me 24/7. So I already felt like in a way that I was on lockdown. So I already know how to deal with the situation, especially already being a year in the situation already. So I want to say that it's going to be okay. You are going to, like a lot of people talk about, just try and find balance, find direction in themselves and things like that. And the best way to explain this is just, if you've seen any of my other videos on personal development, the thing that helped me and helps many other successful people in their lives, I'm big into self-development. I'm big into, learning, through reading, learning through programs, learning from other people, um, studying history, things like that, success and leadership. So the pattern you'll start to see here is every successful person, every person of leadership role had to go through a period of difficulty. Make it like this is your difficult part. This is your part that is going to change you as for the better. This is going to be your path to success. And look at it that way. So you are starting your path to success now. So congratulations. And when I mean this is because you'll realize that, yes, this is a forced like shutdown in a way. You have to really think about why are you doing what you're doing in your life? Does it fulfill you? What more would you want to do out of life? What are you missing from your life? How do you feel about yourself? What are you putting pressure on yourself for? And why are you putting that pressure on you? Is there something you can do about you and the way you present yourself and the way you treat others that can change? And what I mean with that is, this all goes back into goal setting and success building and stuff like that, which I'll cover more tomorrow. Like I said, I'll make it more longer. We're gonna get a journal. You're gonna get a journal. You're gonna get a notepad, and if you can join. If not, I'll have it on record and I'll put it up on YouTube or something. I'll figure it out tomorrow. So, like I said, you need to start with the good thing is just start with you. You are the basis of your universe, and this is basically the whole topic tomorrow. It's more broken down and more dialogue and stories and stuff like that. So you are your universe, right? You're your universe. Everything you think, everything you project, everything you say, every person you bring in your life, every action you do, every hobby you do, every job you take, every situation you put yourself in, every neglectful thing somebody gives you that you take as your reality, any label you've gotten, your whole life, that builds your self personality, right? Somebody said, hey, you look like a lonely person, or hey, you look like a drunk, or hey, you're single, so you must, be lonely, anything. You're like 20, so you can't be old enough to have that knowledge. It could be any label that somebody put in your life. And then you accepted it. So you accepted that label as you. Well, you know what? You can change that label anytime. So what you got to start doing is whoever you want to be, you need to start telling yourself that like over and over and over and over and forever. This is not just like a one and done type thing. There is so much, information out there. Just think of it like the grocery store, because this is what stresses me out by going to the grocery store. This is why I don't go to the grocery store. I actually have somebody that goes to the grocery store for me. I pay Instacart, they get my groceries, they bring them here, because the grocery store stresses me out. And this is why. This is an analogy on your life too. So when you go to the grocery store, there's all these aisles, there's all these choices, there's all this information, right? And you're like, hey, you know, I came in here for milk. Oh, well, there's like sweetened milk, there's non-sweetened milk, there's gluten-free milk, whatever. There's almond milk, there's coconut milk, and so you're just like overwhelmed. You're like, oh my God, well, I heard this milk was good. Well, that one would be better. Well, I was feeling kind of crappy when I had that. Or how about that one? This one says, oh wait, this one's like 5 cents off, you know, if I get 2. Or this one's like 10 cents off if I get, you know, there's just so much. Or, oh my God, this one's in a gallon. This one is in a pint. This one is like, it's just too much information. And that's the same with your life, right? It's just too much information. And whatever you decide, so at the grocery store or within your life, in your circle, in your communication that you're feeding into you, whatever you draw in, whatever you purchase, you know, whatever you buy into, that defines who you are as yourself. And you can change that. And it's so easy to start today to change that. All you have to do is basically decide who you are. So this is basically what I just want you to think of tonight, and we'll focus on this more tomorrow. So who do you want to be? And the best way to do this, that I've done this multiple times, think of about your legacy. And the best way to think of that is think of like, what would somebody write about you in an obituary paper? So what would they say is your key points in your life? What did you leave behind? What things in your life did you do to give back to society? What did you accomplish that was outside of yourself? And it's always about giving back. Everything in success and in business, everything is not about you. It's about how much you learn to give back. And that's all it is. So yes, you are focusing on you, like who you want to be. But the reason why you focus on you and who you want to be in self-improvement and learning more is just to give back more. And as you give back and as you teach others, the more and more you give back, because you're taking in the knowledge, right? And you're giving it back out. And that's all it is. You're taking in the knowledge and you're giving it back. And the more and more you can give back to the more and more people, the omnipresence, that's what that amazing word is, the omnipresence, right? The more connection you can make, the more you can give back with the knowledge that you acquired, the more it will make you feel better and the more return you will get. Now, this could be return in connections and like friendships. This could be return in financial and money and wealth and success. This could be more opportunities that are coming your way that is designed for the future you want to be in. And it works. And that's the awesome part about it. Even if you don't realize that you're doing this, take a minute tonight and seriously think of like your successes and the choices you made to put yourself where you're at. And think of the times of stuff that you didn't take an opportunity and you took a different turn and how that made you feel. And you'll really start to see a pattern and say, oh my God, I unconsciously did this action and it put me into this position. It put me with these people that I didn't want to be associated with. It put me in these groups that didn't make me happy, but I kept doing them because I felt like I needed to. Or the opposite. Hey, you know, I sold my house and I got this amazing new house. And yes, it was difficult and whatever, but I got to where I wanted to be. Or, you know, I sold some artwork, and yes, it wasn't very successful, but later on it returned me with this group of people that I've been networking with that has been much more fulfilling. Life is about choices, right? Life is always about choices. And the way you stay on track is just have a goal. So once you have your ultimate goal, your ultimate like, hey, I really want to do this in the next 1, 3, 5, 10 years, then you can really focus more on, okay, that you're going to constantly get that information no matter what. But then you can start to say, does this align with my goal? If your goal is to lose weight, right? If you want to lose weight in 30 days, would you be joining groups that do yoga? Or would you be joining groups that do body lifting? Or would you join groups that color in coloring books? Or would you join groups that are interested in makeup? Why are you're going to, it's like going to the grocery store and going to every shelf, right? You're just excited because you're like, oh my God, I didn't see this, I didn't see that, I didn't see this, I didn't see that. There's all these amazing choices. Which one should I do? You're like, why did you come to the grocery store? It's like, oh, that's right. Back to what your goal was. Oh, I wanted to lose weight in the next 30 days. Well, why are you going down every aisle? So you got to think about that. You got to say, okay, do I really want to lose weight? And if you really want to lose weight, guess what? You go down that aisle, or that you'll go join that group that is just based on what you're trying to go after, right? And then when you get to that aisle, you don't go buy everything. Like, oh my God, let's say all these groups. There's like 100 groups on weight loss. There's 100 products on this one aisle. You don't go and say, okay, I want all these. You go, okay, how do I want to, lose weight? How, who are the people, or what are the products, and what are the connections that I want to make that will fulfill me in this area of my life? And you do this with all the areas of your life, not just on your health, but everything, spiritually, community, like your business, everything. And the best way to stay focused, especially when you're first starting out, on like determining your goals, determining, all this, how you're gonna like sort through the information to make it work within your goals in your life. You want to look for mentors. So that's the best way to start the journey. And you can just use their path if there is a mentor in the area. Now, some paths don't have mentors because it's never been done. Now, if you're like, if you like come up with the next big new invention, there might not be a mentor for it, right? But you can always find other areas of life that will have a mentor. So definitely use those other resources. We're all connected on internet. And what's nice about that, you can pretty much Google everybody's like history and be like, hey, they did this path, especially if they have a big enough name and you look up to them, they'll have plenty of history. But don't use them for, everything in your life. Don't be like, hey, let me see, Joe, whatever, Smith, he has an amazing, family life. So I'm going to follow him, but I'm going to do his business. I'm going to do, his workout routine. I'm going to do everything. No, it doesn't work like that. You take that one piece of his life and say, what do I like about his life, about this area? What do I feel like I'm missing in my life that could be improved on to make it more like that? And you do that, but you do it with every area of your life. Yes, it takes work, but this is your life we're talking about, and you only have one. You might as well make the best of it, and it's all about the journey. So you keep working at it. You just don't go, okay, I'm good, and just go loaf around and just sit around and wait till you die one day, right? So it's a journey. You should never lose ambition on why you're here and your goals. You should always have goals. I don't care if you're 100 and you set a goal at 100, go set, Jim Rohn, one of my mentors in motivational speaking and self-development, said his father even set goals in his 80s. His goals would be like going to get a driver's license. So, always set your goals. It'll keep you excited even as you get older. You can be 80 and just starting a new business. It doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter here. Like I said, so tonight I want you just to think about, who do you want to be? What do you want to leave behind? What would your obituary say? And then also, write down some people that you look up to, and then think of why you look up to those people. What do you see in their lives that excites you, and why does it excite you? Another thing, too, to build off of this is, if you did get that dream like persona, right? If you get that perfect version of you, not only what could you give back, but let's think about a little bit of the negative too. If you did get that, what do you have to give up? There's always a force, a push and pull here. So you're going to have to give something to receive it, right? And it could be negative. So make sure that you think of also some complications that might hinder in your life, like if it's a career change, where do you have to move? Will that cost you more money? Maybe you have to move to apartments, things like that. Um, or maybe it's just simple as you have to give more to receive it in like an educational standard. Whereas say you wanted to be a college professor or something, well, you have to get the credentials to become the college professor. So you have to give more of your time. You have to put more hours in. If you want to be a pilot, you have to put more time and doing those pilot classes and things like that. So my battery was saying it was dying. Sorry about that. Yeah, so definitely take this evening and just think about it. You don't even have to write it down tomorrow. I'll go more into it. We'll spend a good 2 hours just doing a live chat. Anybody wants to jump on, they're totally welcome to. I'm thinking that tomorrow, like I said, I do it every single day with Altar Call. With Ryan Blair and Tony Lazaro ever since they started, like last Thursday. We do a daily prayer. Any religion's welcome. You don't even have to be religious. I myself, isn't. I'm not religious. I was kind of brought up Christian, not really. We didn't practice it. I've been to tons of churches with friends growing up because they were forced to go and I felt bad, so I went with them. But I've always was very fascinated in religion, but I never adopted one. I'm more spiritual. Like I believe there is something that holds us all together, but it's more as like a vibration or a spiritual matter. So I totally, feel really grateful for the group. Every religious company can totally come and pray. We just pray for everybody's safety and well-being, and just being a family within that group too. We see each other every day. It's at noon on Eastern time. If you're on the other coast, you got to check the time. Sorry, I totally mess up with the times all the time now, but definitely check it out. And I'll send you the link if you're interested. I can send it to you tonight or tomorrow, definitely. And like I said, just take this tonight. Think of who do you want to be. Just keep it simple. Who do you want to be? And just write a simple little letter to yourself, like, or design it like you are the author of your book. Like who would your dream character be? And just start writing, and that'll give you a good base. Be like, okay, what do I need to change now, and what do I need to focus on now to become that person, that persona in my life. And I want you to focus on that tonight and really think about that. And then if you have some mentors or something that you look up to, just jot them down on the side, because we'll go over that tomorrow. I think if I miss it tomorrow, just let me know, remind me. Like I said, it'll be alive, so totally bring questions, anything on self-development, success building. It's been a big, huge help to me for the last, I've been saying 2 years, but technically 3. I've been on this journey since January 2017. So it's been 3 years for me. Totally back into self-development and success and leadership and everything. Been an entrepreneur since age 19. And hold on, somebody wrote me a question. I'll read that in a second. So sorry, Timothy. Hold on, I'll get to you in a second. I've been an entrepreneur since age 19. Door-to-door sales, ADT. Zig Ziglar was my mentor for like a long time, like 5 years, I think, 5-6 years. And then Susie Orman, she was also a motivational speaker too. I owned like every single thing by Zig Ziglar and Susie Orman. They were like my life, books, audios, everything. And just refinding them in my life again, even 20 years later. And then also discovering who Jim Rohn was, which is crazy. I never knew who Jim Rohn was until like the last 6 months, but totally fell in love with Jim Rohn. He's been my other mentor, and Grant Cardone too. So Grant Cardone, Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, and Napoleon Hill. Those are my like everyday four. And I always say there's a fifth one, but my fifth one kind of like waffles. But it's good to have people that already lived where you want to go. And I would say my fifth one's probably because it's been somebody I've been listening to for the last couple days, and I've been really feeling like connected to that, and that is Earl Nightingale. Earl Nightingale had a talk show that talked about success and leadership, and totally recommend listening to anything by him on his wife saved a lot of his stuff, and you can now see it on YouTube. You can listen to it. You can't see it because, like I said, it was all audio. He ran a CBS like radio show that was on success and leadership, sales, I think too. But either way, so definitely check them out, and I'll leave you with that tonight. And it's good seeing you, but I'm going to answer some questions because I got some questions over here I just got see. So let me look here. Let's see. Okay, not important. Okay, we can cover some more tomorrow. So any questions, guys? I'm not going to share that. But if you have any questions, like I said, success building, leadership, any area of your life that you're stuck on, if I don't know it, I will totally dig into it for you and be back and come around and teach you guys what I know about it, what I don't know about it. I'll find out the answer because, like I said, I totally love giving back everything I've learned in success building and goals and leadership. I teach a mastermind. I'm a part of a bunch of groups that are in leadership, that do meditation, that do group events all the time. And like I said, definitely the last 2 weeks, it's been like nonstop, which has been really nice, but really exhausting for me because it's taken away from my major 2 projects I've been working on. I can't tell you what those are, sorry. But so just getting back to focus now because now it's been about a whole week. Now everything is in lines and everything has a schedule. And tomorrow I'm going to come back on. Like I said, we're going to do a 2-hour session here on live, and we're going to talk all about success. So tonight I'm going to gather my notes up because I started taking notes, but like I said, between having meetings at 6 o'clock till now, I'm exhausted. I'm totally sorry, but I'm exhausted. I need to go to bed early and get ready for tomorrow. And like I said, I think it'd be better anyways because I think most of you are home and available for 2 hours to actually sit down and seriously think about their life and their goals and where they want to be. And we can do like a Q&A. We can do anything. I mean, bring questions, bring stories. I would love to like hear your stories. If you want to jump on a Zoom, I'll put the Zoom room on too and provide the link. So if you want to do like a Zoom like chat at the same time, I know there's a way to hook it up with Facebook, so I'll do some testing in the morning on that. And you were totally awesome. Be cool. It would be cool actually if you guys could like do. We could do a side-by-side chat if you want to tell your story at any point that you used your goals or you used a part of your like history to build into your success. That would be totally awesome to hear your story, and I'll share some of mine. Oh, you're welcome, Timothy. Timothy said thank you. But I would love to hear your story too, because it gives back. It's all about connection. It's all about growing together. It's all about learning together. And yeah, I would love to hear your stories. So I'll tell you before I go, I would give you a quote. I always love ending my stuff with quotes, but I left everything in my office. I'm sitting here in my kitchen just because I've been sitting so much in my office. I need a break away from my office. But so I don't have any quotes for you since I don't have my journal with me in this room. But what was I going to say? I'm a little bit off topic here now. One, I wish you guys all well, definitely. I know it's a hard time for especially a lot of people that are in city situations, and because I know a lot of people in city situations, and I'm hoping that if you guys know anybody in a situation like where they are in total lockdown, I know California, California, yeah, LA, most California people cannot leave like anywhere. Anybody in Italy can't leave anywhere. Chicago, New York, I know North Carolina, like the Outer Banks, they can't go anywhere. Um, yeah, so I know a lot of areas that are a lot more shut down than we are here in this area of Virginia. Um, yeah, we can't do events and schools closed and all that other stuff, but they're a lot more closed in, a lot more confined, a lot more worried, definitely. And this is what I'm getting through all of my groups that I'm a part of, because a lot of those people are in city situations, and they are to the point where I was worried about, where they are just feeling so lost and so depressed at this point. And if you know anybody that needs to listen to me talk tomorrow on success and just getting them more motivated, hopefully I can give them that. And like I said, and then if you guys have your stories and you can share your stories on the Zoom and we can get you on the live, I'll definitely figure that out in the morning, because I know there's a way to do it, because we do it with my other companies. So, but yeah, definitely come on and share your story, and let's give some hope back to these people that it's okay. Yes, we're all dealing with our own issues, but we have the greatest gift right now. We've got social media that is totally live. I mean, this is amazing. Can you imagine going through this without live video? I mean, I think we would all be about stir crazy about now. But definitely, like I said, tomorrow I will put together something tonight and tomorrow morning, and we'll talk about, like I said, success building. We'll talk about just finding your focus, finding your purpose. And I've got a lot of stuff that I want to give to you too, just as a general talk about mindset, about connection, like basically how I was talking a little while ago. Everything that you're bringing into your life is going to define who you are. It also not only defines who you are, it defines how you treat other people around you and what you're going to receive back. And if you need to break that cycle, say if you've been putting out a lot of negative energy and a lot of doubt and even self-doubt, where you're telling people that you're self-doubting, or you're put in a situation that other people are telling you that you should be feeling away and you're believing that, we're going to cover that too. Just know that you are the designer of your future, and you can change that right now. And then if the more you say it, so the more you repeat it throughout the day, throughout your life, and this is, like I said, it's ongoing. Let me think. I'll leave you with a quote if I can remember it. Don't get cooked in the squat. So that is by Zig Ziglar. Like I said, my first mentor, age 19. Zig Ziglar says, don't get cooked in the squat. And what that means is basically don't be stuck in a position where you do not have no room for growth, right? You want to keep growing, you want to keep learning, you want to keep giving. That's the part of life, right? That's what connects us. And like I said, hopefully this helps, and hopefully you can rest easy tonight.